Welcome back to Punch Plan, where fighting meets entertainment. Tyson Fury versus Oleksandr Usyk has just wrapped up in a war for the ages, the undisputed heavyweight world championship on the line, with the first one being crowned in over 25 years. Let's take a look at this fight and see what really happened here. In the first round, we see a kind of feel-out process, as you do in these high-level fights, especially at this level, the heavyweight world championship for the undisputed title. Usyk knew it was ideal for him to bank those early rounds. We saw Tyson Fury on the back foot, probing with his jab, and we got to see a taste of how Tyson Fury is looking these days. After his controversial fight against Francis Ngannou, people were definitely questioning, how is Tyson Fury gonna look? How's he gonna come out? Is he gonna be flat-footed? Is he past it? Has Fury maybe lost a thing or two, maybe lost his edge, but he held his own against Usyk, to say the least. We saw some major showboating here from Tyson Fury in this fight, which is something that we haven't really seen too much lately out of him. We see him early on doing a little bit of a rope-a-dope, looking to the side, laughing, and pretty much just haunting Oleksandr Usyk. Usyk really not biting too much into it. This was the battle of the feints. The lead hand was probably the most important decider of this fight. In the battle of a southpaw and orthodox, the battle of the lead foot as well as the lead hand is what really dictates these fights. And off the rip, this fight was competitive. We saw Fury with that jab, kind of probing at Usyk. But Usyk coming in with combinations, with Fury sometimes shaking it off and laughing at him, punching himself in the face. Again, Fury really tried to establish those antics in this fight. And who knows if that's really him trying to, shake off those nerves, get used to it, get into his rhythm. Because the more this fight went on, that is what we saw more and more of a Fury kind of coming back into his own. As in the second round, Usyk blitzes him early, and Fury again punches himself in the face, laughs it off, laughs in Usyk's face, but Usyk again not biting into it, staying very disciplined and fighting his own fight, which is what Usyk does best. He sticks to the game plan, and he really established the center of that ring. Fury was on the back foot against the ropes a lot of times. With these guys constantly feinting and getting different reactions out of each other, this is a high-level chess match between some of the greatest heavyweight boxers of this generation. And for Usyk to come up from cruiserweight, being an undisputed champion there, and now come up to heavyweight and rival guys like Anthony Joshua, beating him twice, and now fighting Tyson Fury, there's a reason he is a pound-for-pound great. I'd argue #1 after this performance. As in the second round, he continued to walk down Fury, opening up a little bit more with that lead left straight. Or rear left straight, I meant, as the southpaw here. But Fury started to mix it up, and that's where he saw the most success. Mixing it up down to the body and then upstairs to the head. He gets to get some momentum with some clean body work. The uppercuts, the hooks to the body, shovel hooks, and then a straight right hand down the pipe. In the third round, we saw a change from Fury. He really started to probe that jab out there much more, flicking it out, throwing his signature 1-2 as Usyk just kept walking forward, going for some big body shots on Fury, but Fury not really feeling too much of those or having any reactions of those. Fury sometimes got caught against the ropes, and that's where Usyk just unleashed that left hand over the top constantly, that overhand. But Fury's jab is one of the best of the sport. He throws it from the hip, so it's hard to recognize, and he can throw it from different angles, that up jab, the power jab. Usyk was really prioritizing not letting Fury have any time to breathe, just staying on him like a rash and just unleashing an onslaught, whether it was against the ropes, whether it was just walking Fury down for the entire fight. In the start of the fourth round, we see some great body work from Tyson Fury, which a lot of people going into this fight said that was the #1 biggest weakness that has been exposed so far in Oleksandr Usyk's career, that vulnerable body shots. Whether it was in his amateur days and getting hurt to the body by Artur Beterbiev, all the way to the pros against Daniel Dubois and Anthony Joshua. With Usyk's style, he has a very disciplined guard, a kind of high guard where he walks you down, but his lead hand especially is pretty much always out, so it leaves those vulnerabilities to the body. He was able to take some good shots, and we started to see Tyson Fury timing Usyk with those uppercuts. That was some of the biggest success that Fury had in the fight, as the momentum kind of started to change towards those middle rounds. Earlier on, it pretty much seemed like Usyk was in control, but towards those 5th and 6th rounds, Tyson, whether it was the body work, those uppercuts, that jab on the outside, he was causing Usyk more problems than we've ever really seen in Usyk's career. But this was Fury kind of going shot for shot with Usyk and trying to outbox him from the outside, from out of range, something most people didn't really expect him to do. But Usyk slowly but surely started to gain a little bit of momentum back. Overall, this was a very close fight and a very good fight, very entertaining, as you're just on the edge of your seat wondering what's going to happen here. Usyk in those middle rounds started to slow down a little bit. He was so active in those first couple, using so much energy, exerting those combinations. While Fury kind of took his time, managed to fight a little bit better, but then trouble struck. In that 9th round, Usyk catches Fury with some huge shots, which stumbles Fury more than we've ever really seen him in his career. He was rocked, and I'm telling you, he was out on his feet pretty much. The shots Usyk was landing, Fury was stumbling all over the place before eventually hitting the canvas, but somehow he kind of gets saved by the bell a little bit, and those inhumane recovering abilities of Tyson Fury, I can't even process in my brain. I don't know how he does it. Every single time he manages to get up, he manages to keep fighting, he manages to keep going, and this was no different as Oleksandr Usyk drops Tyson Fury, and in the 10th round, Fury kind of just was fighting like nothing even happened. He was back to the jab, back to fighting on the outside. His nose was kind of busted up from Usyk, just consistently laying down that left hook in the pocket and getting on the inside. As the shorter fighter, Usyk was doing a great job of getting his combinations off in the pocket, with Fury not employing his size as much as he has in previous fights, like ones against Deontay Wilder, a guy who was so much smaller than Fury. A similar size discrepancy here with Usyk, but he stayed on that jab, stayed on the outside. He had his moments in the pocket as well where he would make it rough, land some uppercuts in the clinch. But overall, this was a boxing match and a chess match to its core. We saw Oleksandr Usyk kind of continue to lay the pressure towards Tyson Fury in those later rounds. And I feel like that's what really stamped this fight for him getting the decision nod here. Even in the 10th and 11th round, Fury had his moments. He had those uppercuts. That jab was causing Usyk some problems getting in. Both guys really showed their heart out in this fight. You cannot take anything away from these warriors. Oleksandr Usyk continuing to put the pressure on Tyson Fury the entire fight, feinting the whole time. Tyson Fury with that jab, surviving the 9th round with impeccable method of recovery where it seems like he can just never be knocked out or stopped. This was a very competitive fight, and the 12th and final round really solidified that and put a stamp on this fight. Usyk out of southpaw, continuing to land that left straight, and Fury kind of battling him and meeting him a little bit more in the center in the 12th and final round. And both guys had their success before the final decision was read, with Oleksandr Usyk taking home a split decision victory, which I feel like is correct. Usyk was laying it on Fury. He had the huge moment in the 9th round, dropping Fury, almost stopping him. And while Fury might have stolen those middle rounds, I feel like the beginning and the end really solidified it for Usyk. Edging this fight, I'd say probably 7-5, and then also with that knockdown. Tyson Fury felt like he won. Personally, I didn't see that. One of the judges did, but let me know who you think won.
You know, I always say it's about getting paid and getting laid. And we did that tonight. I thank Alexander for the good fight. It was a close fight, you know. I believed, like, I thought I did enough, but, you know, I'm not a judge. I can't judge a fight while I'm boxing it. You know, if they would have said to me in the last round or whatever, you're down, go out and try and finish him, I would have done that. But everyone in the corner believed we were up. You know, all I had to do was just keep boxing and doing what I was doing, and, you know, I thought we was getting it. But it was what it was. I'm not going to cry about spilled milk. I've had plenty of victories, and I've gave God the glory. I've had this one loss and a close fight, you know, with a good man like Usyk. And it was what it was. I tried my best in there. I was having a lot of fun, actually. I don't know if it looked like it, but I was playing around, hands behind my back. I was enjoying it. You know, he's a good fighter, Alexander, and I was catching him and he was catching me, and it was a good fight. So hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did, getting punched in the face.
Overall, a very close fight. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below on Tyson Fury versus Oleksandr Usyk. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care and peace out.